This is Unit 8, Harvest Time presentation. The essential question for this one is, how does food get to your table? How does food get to your table? How? ¿Cómo? How does food get to your table? And these are the standards, the WIDA standards, ELD1 and ELD2. Those are always the ones that we use, or the ones that we use every time that we meet. That's our goal. And then we also have the Maryland College and Career Standards for English language learners. It's RI1, RI4, SL1, W2, and L1. Remember that RI, it's reading informational text 1, reading informational text 4, speaking and listening 1, writing 2, and language 1. The objectives, the content objectives, I will demonstrate command of the conventions of standard English, grammar, and usage when writing. I will read closely to determine what the informational text says explicitly about food production and marketing. I will apply language and literacy learning strategies to read and spell high frequency words. So that's excellent. And the language objectives, I will ask and answer questions orally and in writing to buy and sell items, how to buy and sell items. Students will discuss food production and marketing orally and in writing. I will complete sentences orally and in writing with identified subjects and predicates, and I will apply comparison terms to identify similarities and differences between crops or any other thing. From farm to market at the farmer's market. So the steps to, let me erase this one here and go back to the steps to get food from the farm to your table. So these are the steps. If we go again, we go backwards, we will see that the steps are, plow, plant, water, harvest, transport, sell, and buy. So you see the steps are right here. This is a plowing machine or truck, prepares the ground, the earth. And then after doing this, what goes next? Once you have your terrain ready, you plant, right? And after you plant, what you do? You water, because water is essential for growing plants. And after you plant and you water, what do? You harvest, you collect your fruits. And then once you have collected everything, you transport your products, and then finally you sell your products and you buy new seeds. You can sell and buy. Sell and buy. Vocabulary: seeds, unprotected, huge, beautiful. Plants, shop. Tools, glass walls. Heat, sunshine. Again, repeat after me. Seeds, unprotected, huge, beautiful. Plants, shop. Tools, glass walls. Heat, sunshine. And we have this poem at the farmer's market. Every day, my customers say, how many apples are in a bag? Every day, my customers say, how much does one bag cost? How many? How much? Is all I hear. I answer 100 times. $3, please, for a bag of 12, in bills or quarters or dimes. Every day my customers say, how much does one bag cost? I put a tag on every bag, but the tags keep getting lost. And we have the dime. This is a dime. This is a quarter. Dime, quarter, and bills. This is a bill, a dollar bill. Dimes, the 10 cents is dimes, the quarter, and 5 cents are nickels, but we don't have the nickels here. Only dimes, quarters, and dollar bills. So how many to ask for? You are going to use how many to ask about things you can count, like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 lipsticks, 4 pieces of candy, things that you can count. How many apples are in a bag? I'm sorry, I'm gonna sneeze again. And then how many bags can I buy for $6? Sorry. And then you use how much to ask about a price. How much do apples, sorry again, how much do apples cost? How much are the apples? So this is, you use how much for things you can't count. For things you can't count, but you can measure. We have here, hold on. I'm sorry. You have here apples, 3 for a bag, green peppers, 3 for $1, carrots. You have 50 cents per pound, and lettuce, you have $1 each, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to sneeze out of the camera. Okay, so we have apples, peppers, carrots, and lettuce. So how to express wants and feelings? Use how many to ask about a number. How many apples are in a bag? When you're asking about a number, you use how many. How much to ask about something, how much something costs. Example, how much are the apples? Answer the questions to sell an item. Example, there are 3 apples. There are 6 apples in a bag. Each bag costs $3. So how much, how many apples are in the bag? How much does the bag costs? Always use how much with things you can measure but you cannot count, like sugar, coffee, sand, whatever it is that you cannot count 1, 2, 3. How much sugar on my coffee? How much that costs? How much coffee? How much tea? How much if we can answer with a tea, with a cup, a gallon, those kind of things that you cannot measure but you can, that you cannot count but you can measure. So at the farmer's market, every day my customers say, how many apples are in a bag? Every day my customers say, how much does one bag cost? How many? How much is all I hear. I answer 100 times. $3, please, for a bag of 12, in bills or quarters or dimes. Every day my customers say, how much does one bag cost? I put a tag on a bag every day, but the tag keeps getting lost. I'm sorry, I put a tag on every bag, but the tags keep getting lost. So use how many to ask about things you can count. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many apples are in the bag? How many bags can I buy for $6? And use how much to ask for a price. How much does how much do the apples cost? Do, because apples is plural. If it was singular, it would be only does an apple. How much are the apples? How many blank are in the blank? How much? How much does costs? How many blank in a blank? How much does cost? So, how many books are in your bookshelf? There are 57 books in the bookshelf because books, you can count them. See, you can count the book. There are 57 books. How much sugar? You cannot count every grain of sugar in a teaspoon. You don't know how many grain of sugars you would like to have in your coffee. You only know that you would like to have 1 teaspoon of sugar or 2 teaspoons of sugar in your coffee, in your tea, because you cannot count one by one every grain. So how much? One is a measure, and 1 teaspoon is a measure. I want 2 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee. How much does the pizza cost? Yeah, the pizza costs $18. They're very expensive nowadays. How many stores are in a shopping mall? You can count them. So there are 100 stores in a shopping mall. How much does the AirPods cost? The AirPods costs $249. And there you have the vocabulary: farmer, farmer, tractor, this is a tractor, field, this is the field, and row, this is a row, row, row. The farmer plows the field and plants the lettuce. Farmer, tractor, field, row. And then you have seedling, water, and soil. This is the water, this is the seedling, and this is the soil. Tierra, the soil. Seedling, water. Seedling should be water and soil. And crops. These are the crops. The farmer gets help to harvest the crop. Crate. This is a crate where the farmer puts the crops. Crate. Sentences. So a sentence is what? A sentence is a group of words that has one meaning, right? A sentence has a subject and a predicate, and the predicate has a verb. It's a group of words that give information on one aspect. So we have a sentence and word order. The sentence is the same as a subject plus a verb. A sentence equals a subject and a verb. If you have a subject and you don't have a verb, then it's a phrase. If you have a verb or a predicate without a subject, it's a phrase. In order for it to be a sentence, it has to have a subject and a verb. The subject tells about someone or something. It can be a noun or a noun phrase. Example, this family would be the subject, right? Likes to eat at this restaurant. And this will be the predicate. Everything here is a predicate after the subject. The girl is placing her order. The server is taking the order. The woman and boy are looking at the menu. So the server is the subject. This will be taking places. This is a helping verb in this case. The verb likes to eat. is taking, are looking, but the woman and the boy, that is the subject, the girl is the subject, the server is the subject, and this family is the subject. You can add a noun or a pronoun to add a subject and complete this. You can say, is reading the menu, who? Is placing an order, who is placing an order? Is taking the order, who is taking the order? Is thinking about what to eat, who is thinking about what to eat? So who means that there's the subject is missing. You can say the girl is reading the menu. The girl will be the subject. Juan is placing an order. Juan is the subject. Amanda is taking the order. We have Esther is thinking about what to see, what to eat. Okay, so subject and order and word order, sentence plus sub equals subject plus verb slash predicate. Predicate is what is happening or what someone is doing. It has a verb and usually comes second in a sentence, usually not always. But in this lesson is going to be at the beginning, at the end. So this girl, you know that's the subject because it's what the sentence is talking about. And then what is the girl doing? That will be the predicate. The girl, the predicate will be is eating nachos. She is eating nachos. You can do this girl, you can say she because this girl is the same as she, okay? This girl, subject, is eating nachos, predicate. She takes a big bite. She is a subject, takes a big bite, what she is doing. She, the subject, likes soft and warm cheese. So that's the predicate. Likes, the predicate begins with the verb. Soft and warm cheese. Likes is a verb, takes is a verb, is eating is a verb too. She thinks the peppers are too hot. She thinks the peppers are too hot. So she is the subject, thinks the peppers are too hot, is the predicate. So you can add a predicate here. The child what? Is riding the bicycle, is riding a pony, is playing Nintendo, whatever the game, MP4, what, no, that's not a game, right? One student got the best prize in the reading contest. The principal is going to visit our classroom today. A teacher is going to take her kids on a field trip. So whatever you put here to tell about the subject, that will be the predicate. So this is the subject, and whatever you're going to say about the child, the whole thing is the predicate. One student is the subject. So whatever the student is going to do or think or say, whatever about the student, that's the predicate. Same here with the principal. Whatever about the principal she's going to do or say or is doing, and the teacher, those are the predicates. So these are the subjects, and whatever the action they're doing, what is happening, what they're doing, that or will do or have done, that will be the predicate. It's the same in Spanish, sujeto y predicado. Sujeto, el que hace las cosas, o de quien se habla en la oración. And sentence is not sentencia. Thank you. Sentence es oración. Crops, los frutos, right? What is farming? Farming, rice. These are different crops: eggplant, broccoli, strawberries, blueberries, corn on a cover, corn. Some people call it maize, and beans. So you can crop everything of this. You can see this in the United States. I'm not quite sure about the rice, but I know that in China, Japan, they do cropping of rice. crops. So as you read, think about crops. Cranberries, crop, where do you plant them? How do you harvest them? And what kind of products you can get from the crop. These are the different crops, and this is what you can, where you can plant them or how you plant them, how you harvest them, and what products those crops can give you. So from cranberries that are planted in a bog, they're harvested by machines, and they produce juice or sauces or dry fruits. There are many things you can do with cranberries, but this is just an example. So keep that in mind while we read this now. Wheat, cotton, potatoes, oranges, and sugarcane.
Now you are going to hear the book Crops, published by Hampton Brown. When you hear this sound, turn the page.
Crops by Fred Ignacio. Illustrated with photographs. Drawings by Katie Lee. Words to know. Crops. Listen as I name some crops on page 2. Rice, broccoli, string beans, eggplant, lettuce, carrot. Now look at more crops on page 3. Chili, wheat, wheat field, banana, orange, orange grove, apple, cotton, cotton field. Crops.
6 crops. Each of them is different. All are alike in some way. Cranberries, wheat, cotton, potatoes, oranges, sugarcane. Cranberries. The cranberry is a little fruit with a big taste. Look at the cranberry plant. Planting. The farmer plants cranberry vines in bogs. These vines live for many years. Harvesting. To harvest cranberries, farmers flood the bogs. Harvesters knock the berries off the vines. The berries float to the top of the water. Then they are gathered. Cranberry products. Cranberries add a sharp, sweet taste to many foods. Wheat. Wheat is one of the most important crops in the world. 10,000 years ago, people planted wheat. They used simple tools. Look at the wheat plant. Planting. Today, wheat farmers use machines. One machine plows the fields. The plow breaks up the soil. Another machine drops seeds into the soil and covers them, protecting the crop. Farmers need to control insects and weeds. These pests can harm crops. Harvesting. Farmers use a machine to harvest the wheat. The machine cuts the stalks. Then it separates the kernels from the plant. The price of wheat. Wheat prices are always changing. Prices go up when the supply is low and the demand is high. Prices go down when the supply is high and the demand is low. Wheat products. Most people in America use wheat products every day. Everything in this photo is made from the wheat plant. Cotton. Cotton is cool. Almost everyone wears it. Look at the cotton plant. The ripe cotton plant produces fibers. Fibers are like tiny hairs. They are used to make cloth. A flower becomes a bowl. After the petals fall off the flowers, the seed pod starts to grow. The seed pod becomes a bowl. Silky fibers grow from the seeds inside the bowl. When the bowl opens, the cotton is ready to harvest. Planting. Cotton farmers plant seeds in raised beds of soil. The beds keep the seeds warm. Harvesting. For many years, people picked cotton by hand. In some countries, they still do. It is hard work. Now, most farmers in the US use machines. Cotton cloth. Cotton cloth is cool in the summer. It is warm in the winter. It is soft. It is strong. It is easy to clean. Almost everyone wears cotton. Do you? Other products made from the cotton plant. Every part of the cotton plant is useful. It is used to make all these products. Potatoes. The potato may not be pretty, but people love it. The potato is America's favorite vegetable. Look at the potato plant. The potato is a root vegetable called a tuber. The tubers grow on the stems underground. Planting. Farmers use machines to plant seed potatoes. The machine plants up to 6 rows of potatoes at a time. Cultivating. Farmers cultivate or turn the soil to kill weeds growing in the fields. Harvesting. The farmer uses a potato combine to harvest the crop. The combine digs up the plants. It separates the potatoes and loads them into a truck. Fried, baked, boiled, mashed. A potato tastes great no matter how you cook it. Oranges. The orange is like a little piece of the sun. It has a sunny color and a sweet, sunny taste. Look at the picture of the navel oranges. A navel orange has no seeds. California grows most of the navel oranges in the United States. Planting. Orange trees are planted in groves like this. Harvesting. Oranges are harvested by hand. Orange products. Oranges are mostly used to make juice. Some are sold as fresh fruit. Oils from oranges are used in foods and perfume. Sugarcane. All green plants produce sugar, but sugarcane produces sugar people like to eat. Look at the sugarcane plant. Sugarcane is a grass that grows 7 to 25 feet tall. Sweet juice is in the stalk of the sugarcane. Planting. Farmers plant sugarcane buds from the stalk. New plants grow from the buds. Harvesting. First, the crop is set on fire. The fire burns off the leaves. Then the cane is cut by hand or harvested by a machine. Sugarcane products. The biggest product from sugarcane is sugar, of course. Now you know, farming can be sweet. 6 crops. How is each one different? How are they all alike?
So now you will be able to look at the crops back again in the story, and you can classify and tell how they are planted, how they're harvested, and what kind of products we can get from the wheat, cotton, potatoes, oranges, and sugarcane. Amazing, right? That you can get from these. You need this during summer and every day if you wear clothes, because clothes is almost all of the clothing is made with cotton or parts of cotton. And potatoes I love, and oranges, and the sugar cane is delicious. The cranberries, well, I don't like them that much, but I like them. And the wheat, we do that, and that's part of our daily diet. And there you go. Your turn, think about crops, and you will fill in this and classifying this table with information given in the story. So we can say the cranberries in bags by machines, and they produce juice and sauce. The wheat is planted in fields, is harvested by machines, and some of the products are bread and flour. The cotton is raised in beds of soil, and it's harvested by hand or by machines. And some of the products are cloth, oil, and soap. Potatoes, they are planted in rows in fields by machines, is harvested by machines, and of course is food. And I love French fries. Oranges are planted in groves by hand, are harvested by hand, and they produce food and juice, oils, etc. And the sugar cane, it's planted in fields, it's planted by hand or with a machine, and some of the products are sugars and molasses. So I'll see you again next Monday. Make sure you log in on time. Let me look at my students here. So just want to make sure that I have all of your names before, because if I don't see you here, it's like if you were not here. Got Ellie's Claimer, who is 024, and Joanna. Who is this here? Who is this one, 024? I don't know your name, then I cannot. Is this you, Edwin? Got Ellie's Claimer, Joanna, and I think it's Edwin. So I'll see you next Monday. Make sure you log in on time. Go to Google Classroom and do your homework on time. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. I love you and I miss you. And take care and hang in there. Okay? Questions? Questions? No questions?